Hello, this is John Piper with the weekend video, and it's Saturday the 5th of November. Starting with Dogecoin just for a change this morning. Quite an interesting chart this. I mean, this is an arithmetic chart, and it seems to make little sense really. I mean, the 1, 2 seems to be completely flat. You can barely see the this 5 here. Switch to a log chart though, and all becomes fairly clear. We have a clear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The third wave subdivides into 5 itself, followed by an ABC, which so the seed is now down here, I believe. You can sort of amend this to your heart's content, I guess, but the B is probably there, and the A is there. So the B doesn't really fit terribly well. Now more recently, so we've got a very nice 5. Quite a long correction. It's not too bad in terms of time. In terms of price, it's sort of spot on in a logarithmic type sense, probably less than 50%. But I mean, this is actually the scale here, the arithmetic again. I don't seem to be able to do a log type scale. I may be able to, but I'm not quite sure how. Anyway, let's expand this chart. Look at the more recent action in more detail. Not easy actually. And you then have this is a daily chart, in fact. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now this correction. I'm just go down to a slightly shorter term chart. So a 4-hour chart, perhaps expand it again a bit over here. Wrong thing. Shrink it a bit. Anyway, you can see I'm not sure why the dailies, the time scales also seems to be changing. Anyway, you've got the 5 waves up. Let me just amend these little bits here. Then we've got what could be an A, perhaps a B here with the C to come, maybe. But we could see a pretty startling rally coming in here, I think, on Dogecoin. I mean, the 5 waves up was pretty clear. This is looking very corrective. I mean, the low could be here, but it looks more like perhaps another leg down might be more appropriate. I mean, 38.2 is down around 1.07 or thereabouts. Sorry, 0.107, I should say. And that could be one to watch going forwards. But I think interesting chart, especially with how what a huge difference the log scale against arithmetic scale makes. And of course, with this sort of massive moves, the arithmetic scale becomes a little bit irrelevant, really. Now let's have a look at Bitcoin now. Let me just pause this. Well, with Bitcoin, we can stick with the arithmetic scale. It makes sense. This is just the last month, really. But we saw the low down here around 18,100. 5 waves up was a 1, ABC, 2, another 5 waves as a 3, ABC, truncated in fact, as a wave 2. So we now have the complete 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to here. ABC 2, and now we're in the 3rd wave. So again, Bitcoin is looking pretty good. This could be wave 1 of 3. So again, a bit of a correction might come in, but again, we could be seeing something quite startling coming in with a third of a third, perhaps just down the road. So we have both Dogecoin and Bitcoin giving signals they could be seeing some quite decent moves coming in the fairly near future. And quite clear that the cryptos are still the place to be when you want sort of fairly dramatic action. A bit of excitement, maybe not quite as maybe somewhat riskier than other markets, but it depends what your cup of tea is really. I would say this is looking pretty good for a decent thrust up in the near future, but I would also put some cash on. Well, I have got some cash on Dogecoin. In fact, more than I have on Bitcoin because of that very sharp rally we've seen. Let's have a look at Ethereum. All right, Ethereum also got a good solid 5-wave advance here. This is made new high, so maybe this is a complete correction here down to 38.2% level here. So again, it looks like this could be wave 1 of the next leg up, which of course will be the 3rd wave. 1, 2, maybe 3, 4, maybe one more, maybe an ABC correction due in, and then a very solid rally coming in. I mean, there are alternatives. This could perhaps be a 5th wave. I mean, it's possible that, although this is a pretty clear count really. So I think not. I think this is wave 1 of the next leg up. There's quite a good wave 2 here as well. So I think the clearer count is that we're going to see a bit of a sell-off and then a strong rally on all 3 of these markets I've just been looking at. A little bit in the future, but not too far ahead. giving us the opportunity to position if that's what we'd like to do before this comes in. But I would pay attention to the cryptos at this time, because this could be quite something. Just add to the counts of the Ethereum chart. So the 5 waves up we've got already: A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, one more 5th wave, A, B, C, and then something quite startling could come along. Time frame here, I mean, actually this rally is just a few days, so this is actually the 2nd of November, so it's just a 3 to 4 day rally, so we're talking about something maybe happening next week with a kilo coming in and then this next rally up, so that gives you an idea of the time scale here, and I would suggest following this chart over the next few days. Alright, gold's been a bit disappointing recently, but we have got this sharp thrust up. It's made something of a double bottom now, around the 16 and 14 level, thereabouts. So we've now got a double bottom, there's one here, thrust up. It could be, and this is $50 odd, so $60 odd in just a few, well, it's all happened yesterday, over Thursday and Friday. So it could be that we're about to see something happen on gold. It's about time, I think. I've been saying for a while we should see something happening on gold. And this may be it, but obviously it's a bit rather early days, but it does show some promise at the moment, I would suggest. Alright, the silver I think is potentially more positive than gold. I was looking at this as an ABC, and it does look like an ABC, but looking at it more carefully now, we've seen more action. I think it can also be labelled as a 5. Let me just put it on the chart to show you what I mean. So the 1 will be here, obviously, that's pretty clear. So 1 to there, 2. Then got a 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there's an overlap there, not ideal, but still that becomes a 3rd wave. ABC 3, ABC 4, and then a 5. Also 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there as a complete 5-wave pattern. As I say, there are overlaps, but it's not a bad pattern. Then there's ABC correction, quite short and sharp, around 50% I'd say, and now we're thrusting ahead in what could be the 3rd wave. So I say there's a bit of overlap, but apart from that, looking quite a good pattern. This thrust here tends to confirm that this is what we're actually seeing, and silver and gold may now be set to go higher, possibly quite dramatically given their hesitation up to now. So again, that's another market to look at carefully, I think. Alright, if we're just seeing a big ABC decline, we discussed that already. 5 was up here, we discussed that. And it continues to move ahead, so it's looking pretty good as well on FTSE. Let's get down to the slightly shorter term chart and see the actual action. So we've got a 1 to there, 2, 1, 2. It's like a 3rd wave in progress, but perhaps a 3rd of a 3rd coming in now, in fact. So I've rather poo-pooed the equity indices, but FTSE certainly is showing us a fairly clean pair of heels now. And it looks like it will continue for the time being. I will actually just change the count on this to take into account more recent action. Okay, so basically 1, 2, and this is all part of the 3rd wave, I think, developing. 1, 2, I think it's a 3rd of a 3rd, so I guess maybe 1, 2 to there. Maybe, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Say 1 of 3, 2 of 3, 1, 2, 3rd of a 3rd. Still developing really, so looking quite promising. Looking promising at the moment, particularly so because if this is a 3rd of a 3rd, then it may well continue to accelerate like this. But certainly going up at the moment. DAX is similar. I think we've got the 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3 could be over here. So the the majority of the move may already be behind us. But this could be a complete 3rd, I guess. 1, 2, 1, 2. So that would be 3 of 3. We've got 4 and 5 to come with 3, and then 4 and 5 to complete the whole move, which could take us to new highs, I guess. Let's have a look at the slightly longer term chart. No, maybe not. It's not looking that good. But it may well just get us up to here at that point. But if it's impulsive, it would suggest we're going to go higher still. At the moment, this could still be an A, B, and a C. So it may be that we'll just see the 4 and the 5 to complete a C wave, and then it might terminate on the DAX. Let's go on to the next market. Right, the Dow's going to open a question because it's possible this is actually an A, B, 5-part C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or maybe a 4 here. With this being the peak with quite a solid spike down, so it could be a 1 and a 2, so it's looking pretty corrective with the third wave to come down. So this could be an important peak already. Alternatively, it could be a 1, 2, then the third, same count as before, 4 wave, and then this could be a 5th wave, but right now it's looking a little bit feeble. And that could change quite quickly. We see a thrust up. So it could be one or the other, but we should be either have seen a peak or near a peak on the Dow. Meanwhile, the Nasdaq just keeps going down. So we've still got this 1, 2, 3, 4. There's like a 5th wave coming in. If we do make new lows, then all we can expect is a corrective rally and then more downside. So the Nasdaq is certainly showing a very different picture from the other equity markets at the moment. So for today, if that is useful, back to the report on Tuesday. Feel free to send me an email or something, have any points you'd like to discuss. Have a great weekend, and bye for now.